So we're discussing about this Hazen-Williams equation. So see here, this equation gives the velocity actually here. This equation do not give, it does not give directly the head loss due to friction. Okay. So I was asking you how to find out then head loss due to friction HF. Yes, can anyone tell me? Okay. So already we have discussed this point while studying the Chase's equation. V is equal to C into under root of Rs, that in the introduction to fluid mechanics subject. So there, this S is nothing but it is the hydraulic gradient, or we can say it is the, we can say slope. Okay. S is equal to HL. Now here this HL or HF is nothing but it is head loss due to friction. It is per unit length of the pipe. Okay. How much loss of head is occurring, taking place there for the per unit. This is the HF and this is the length of the pipe. So this slope is nothing but it is HF per L. So instead of this S, we can write here HF by L. Okay, and in this way we can get the value of this head loss due to friction. From this equation, once you get the value of S, then you can easily find out the value of HF by multiplying it with the length of the pipe. So you will get here the value of head loss due to friction. Has everyone understood the thing here? So write down this equation here, Hazen-Williams equation. Title, write down the title, Hazen-Williams equation, and write down this equation. V is equal to 0.849 C into R raised to 0.63 and S raised to 0.54. Okay. Where V is the mean velocity of flow in the pipe, R is equal to hydraulic radius, S is equal to hydraulic gradient, and C is equal to coefficient of pipe roughness. Now again here, this is the generalized equation. If we want to use this equation for the pipe flow, in the pipe flow we know that pipes are generally circular in section and area is given by equation pi by 4 into d square, and perimeter is given by equation pi into d. Right. Now instead of this r, there is a r in this equation. Instead of r is nothing but it is ratio of weighted area to the weighted perimeter. So instead of this a and b, we can put here pi by 4 d square divided by pi into d. Right. This pi will get cancelled here, and this d will one get cancelled, and you will get here as equal to pi by d. Okay. Not pi by d. This 4 is there. This pi will get cancelled. This will get, we have to write it properly, pi by 4 into d square divided by pi into d. This pi will get cancelled here, and one this d will get cancelled here, and you will get here d by 4. This 4 will be in the denominator, so we'll get the d by 4. Okay, and when we put this d by 4 inside this equation, you will get another equation here. So write down this another equation, second equation for the circular pipe. So directly we can go for this equation. Instead of finding the r, you can use this equation or this equation. Both equations are same, but here instead of writing r, this equation is written in terms of diameter. But if you know the values of diameter and radius, we can use this equation also. Head loss is by Hazen-Williams formula is given. Now the last equation here, you can see this equation. Now instead of S, this S has been converted in terms of HF by L. HF जे काय केलं या ठिकाणी HF by L put केलं, and after simplification you will get the final equation like this. So this is also has a Williams equation in terms of head loss due to friction. HF is equal to 0.843 divided by 1.167 into L into in bracket V upon C bracket raised to 1.852. लिहून झाल्यानंतर सांगा मग. See here, generally these equations are used for finding the slope of the pipeline. पाईपलाईनचा जो स्लोप आहे तो काढण्यासाठी आपण याचा वापर करतो. These equations. Generally, the velocity of flow inside the pipe flowing here, it will be 1.2 meter per second. We put this value, standard value here, and then we find at which slope this pipeline has to be laid so that it will have this velocity 1.2 meter per second. If that slope is not maintained, then this velocity will not be achieved. Okay. So depending upon that characteristics of the pipe surface, this value of the velocity will vary. If the roughness is more, then the velocity value it may change there. Is it over?
Yes, sir.
Write down these equations properly. We are going to solve the problem based upon this. Is it over? Yes.
Yes, sir.
Okay. So let us solve the problems based upon this now. Write down the problem. A large service reservoir supplies water. Service reservoir means distribution reservoir. Supplies water to city having population of 75,000. Having population of 75,000. Full stop. The average daily water consumption is 180 LPCD, that is liters per capita per day. Full stop. Maximum daily demand is 1.7 times the average demand than the average demand. Full stop. Find hydraulic gradient. Find hydraulic gradient at which pipeline should be laid. Use Hazen-Williams constant. C is equal to 100. This is the problem. So first of all, let us write down the given things. Population, capital P, is equal to 75,000. The rate of demand is equal to 180 LPCD. See here, they have mentioned in the problem that maximum daily demand is 1.7 times the average demand. Okay, and we know that we design the system for the maximum supply, right? In the earlier problems also, while solving the problem, we design the system. For example, primary sedimentation tank or preliminary sedimentation tank, plain sedimentation tank. There, we consider the maximum supply or maximum daily demand. So we have to design the system for the maximum daily demand, not for the average. 180 LPCD is the average value, 180. Okay, but here we have to design the system for maximum average demand. The maximum average demand, it can be greater than 180. Okay, for a particular period of time. Say from morning 8 to 9, that demand will be maximum greater than the 180, or 180 will be divided in 24 hours, okay, accordingly. But here, while designing the system, we have to consider the maximum daily demand. And here they have mentioned it is the maximum demand is 1.7 times the average demand. Okay. So what is the meaning of this? This 1.7 times is 1.7 is nothing but it is a peak factor. Okay. So we have to multiply the average value by the peak factor to get the maximum demand or maximum discharge. Okay. So here we can write peak factor is equal to 1.7. Peak factor is equal to 1.7 and C is equal to 100. It is given. Now here we want to find out what is the maximum discharge. So before finding the maximum discharge, let us find out what is the average discharge. How we can find out the average discharge? Q average is equal to, it is nothing but population multiplied by average daily consumption. Average daily consumption. So what is the population here? 75,000. What is the average daily consumption? It is 180 LPCD. 180. It is per day. Okay, liters per day, per capita or per head. So this per head, this will get cancelled with this population, and you will get the unit as a liter per day. That is the discharge. Okay. So this is the Q average. Q average is equal to product of this one into in terms of liter per day. Right. This is the average discharge. Now here we are interested in maximum discharge. So we can write here Q max is equal to peak factor multiplied by this average discharge. Okay. The same thing it has been done here. Q max is equal to PF. What is this PF? It is the peak factor, right, into Q average. So peak factor it is written as it is here. Then Q average is nothing but it is the population multiplied by rate of demand. So this population P, whatever the formula you written here, that is written here. Okay, PF into P into rate of demand. Right. So PF value we have written here 1.7, population 75,000, rate of demand 180. After multiplication, you will get this value. Do the calculation in your calculator and check whether the same values are getting you are getting or not. And unit will be liter per day. Then how to convert this liter per day in cubic meter per second? because in SI system, the unit of discharge is cubic meter per second. See here, this is the value 22.95 into 10 to the power 6, right? Into, now here I want to convert this liter in terms of meter cube, means I have to multiply this value by 10 to the power minus 3, so that I will get the unit as meter cube. Okay. Are you getting my point? Why I have multiplied by 10 to the power minus 3? Because we have the relation 1 meter cube is equal to 10 to the power 3 liters, right? Now, instead of liter, I want meter cube, so that I will take this value here in the LHS. Then I will get here 1 liter is equal to how much meter cube? It will become 10 to the power minus 3 meter cube. So that's why I have multiplied by 10 to the power minus 3. Now here the unit is day. The unit of time is day. So instead of this day, what I can write here, within a day we have 24 hours. Within an hour we have the 60 minutes, and within a minute we have the 60 seconds. Okay, so you will get this value here. Do the multiplication division by these values and check whether you are getting the same value or not. Do it and tell me. What we have to do? We have to multiply this value by 10 to the power minus 3 and divide this value by 24 into 60 into 60. Yes?
Yes, sir. Correct.
Okay. Now here we got this value. Now what we have to find out here in this particular problem, we want to find out the hydraulic gradient, that I value or S value we have to find out. And how to find out this value? Okay. And here the Hazen-Williams constant is given, means we have to use the Hazen-Williams formula. Okay. What is that Hazen-Williams equation? This is the Hazen-Williams equation. V is equal to 0.849 C R raised to this and this. Okay. Or in terms of diameter, this is the equation. V is equal to 0.3545. Now here in this particular problem, tell me whether the diameter of the pipe is given. Is it given?
No, sir.
No. Means here we have to find out the diameter of the pipe. And here a slope is asked, means we have to find out, we want to find out this S, right? आपला काय काढायचं याच्यामध्ये S काढायचं. Okay. To find out this value of S, we will require this diameter, the value of C, and value of V. Now here the value of C is known to you, it is given in the problem. Now it is the question of diameter. Then what else they have given here in the problem? Now discharge is given. Okay, discharge is calculated. That is 0.2656, right? Now here about the velocity, what we do? We assume the velocity. Okay, there are two unknowns in this equation. या इक्वेशन मध्ये d पण माहित नाही आपल्याला आणि v पण माहित नाही. Okay, so generally the velocity of the water or velocity of flow inside the pipe, it is kept near to the 1.2 meter per second. This velocity is kept. Okay, now we know that discharge is equal to area into velocity, right? Now what is the area of pipe here? It is nothing but it is pi by 4d square, right? Now multiplied by, here velocity we have assumed it as a 1.2, and this discharge we have calculated whatever the value is there, put that value of discharge here, and in this equation there is only one unknown. You can find out what is the diameter of the pipe. Okay, so you will get the diameter of pipe here. Once you get this diameter of pipe, put that velocity value here 1.2, the value of diameter here, the value of C as 100, and solve for this S. In this equation right now, there is only one unknown, that is S, and you will get the value of S. S आपण या ठिकाणी फाइंड आउट करायचं. हा जो स्लोप आहे, जनरली स्लोप इज गिवन like this, 1 upon x or 1 upon something value will be there. So what does it mean? 1 vertical to the x horizontal. Okay, so in the form of diagram you can write like this. This is 1 vertical. जर 1 मीटर डेप्थ असेल तर किती मीटर आपल्याला या ठिकाणी हॉरिझॉन्टल डिस्टन्स किंवा लेंथ आपल्याला या ठिकाणी ट्रॅव्हल करावं लागेल. सो दॅट इज नथिंग बट दिस स्लोप. Okay, so we have to find out this slope in terms of this ratio 1s to something. So that can be done, but before that let me know what is the value of diameter you got there. Have you solved this? Are you solving? By taking the velocity,
Yes, sir.
the velocity v is equal to 1.2 meter per second. What the value of diameter you got?
0.5308.
Correct. The value of diameter you got here is the 0.53, and that is correct. You can see here, this is the value. Okay, so here you can see, assume the velocity of flow as a v is equal to 1.2 meter per second, and by using this equation you got here the diameter of the pipe as a 0.53. Now put all these values in this equation. V is equal to 0.354 into c into d raised to 0.63 into s raised to 0.45, and check whether you are getting the same value or not. And then I will tell you how to convert this in this format. I think you might be knowing that, how to do the conversion of this in this way. Put your answers in the chat box, or tell me whether you are getting the same answer or not. Two 656, correct. Where we find out the diameter, have you found?
Wait, sir, I'm calculating.
Okay. Those students who have found the diameter of the pipe, try to find out the slope. Do the calculation and find out the slope. Yes. No one has put the answers in the chat box. Are you yet doing calculation part? Okay. So you got the answer like this. 3. S is equal to 3.969 into 10 to the power minus 3. So some of you might have got S is equal to 4 into 10 to the power minus 3. It may be the answer, because it is the nearest value. Near to that you may get the answer, or 3.97 into 10 to the power minus 3. Okay, so Now here we want to do the conversion of this slope in this format. So for that, what we have to do? See here, this 10 to the power minus 3 it can be taken in the denominator of the 3.963. So we can write this value as a 3.969 divided by 10 to the power 3. Okay. So can we do like this? Now here in the numerator we want 1 here. So what we will do? We will divide this whole value by the same value. When you will get the 1 in the numerator, when you will divide the same value by the same value, or this value by the same value, means 3.969 divided by 3.969. When we divide this, we will get here 1. But only dividing the numerator by this value, it will change the answer. Answer will be wrong. So we have to divide this denominator value also by the same value. That is 3.969. Now in the numerator you will get the 1, and in the denominator whatever value means when we divide this 10 to the power 3 by the same value, whatever is the answer, that is your denominator. Okay, do the same thing here. Means divide this 1000 by 3.969 and check whether you are getting the same value or not. Yes. हे वरती डिवाइड करायची गरज नाही, ऑटोमॅटिक आपल्याला लक्षात आलं आता की आपण वरती डिवाइड करणार आहोत. म्हणजे वरती फक्त 1 लिहायचं आणि खाली काय करायचंय, जे व्हॅल्यू आपल्या डिनॉमिनेटर मध्ये आहे त्या व्हॅल्यूला वरच्या व्हॅल्यूने डिवाइड करायचं. और सिंपली टेक दिस व्हॅल्यू इन द न्यूमरेटर.
Yes, sir.
डिनॉमिनेटर. काय करायचं आपल्याला, ही व्हॅल्यू आहे काय करायची, खाली घेऊन जायची आहे. इथून खाली घेऊन जायची म्हणजे ती कुठे जाईल मग, 10 to the power 3 divided by 3.969. You can keep this thing in mind either this way or by this way. So I have got the response from your side that the answer is correct one. S is equal to 1 upon 251.95. This is the slope that you got. Now here we will solve one more problem for practice. Now through this problem you have got an idea that once you get the value of diameter, velocity and the pipe material, okay, that is the value of C, value of D and velocity. Though velocity is not given, you can assume the velocity as 1.2 meter per second. Then you can find out what is the slope. हा स्लोप आपण त्या ठिकाणी काढू शकतो. Hydraulic gradient it can be obtained. Okay, now let us solve the second problem here. I am not going to solve this problem. You have to solve by yourself. Okay, I will hide this particular part from this. This is the assumed values. Write on this problem and solve it and tell me your slope value. Put your answer in the chat window, chat box. A large service reservoir supply water to the city having population of 50,000. The average daily water consumption is 180 LPCD. The maximum daily demand is 1.6 times the average demand. Find hydraulic gradient at which the pipeline should be laid, and the value of C is equal to 100. Similar kind of problem it was asked in 2013 in university examination for the 9 marks, but that pattern was different. This is the problem. Solve this. So I will give you 5 minutes. Okay, this session will end at 3:30, after 3:30 minutes. So within that, try to solve this problem and tell your answers in the next session or in this session only, if possible. Okay, solve it.